So let's get to the last bit of the review, and that is Arya, which is an Indian crime drama, which is basically a remake of this Dutch show called Penosa, which we talked about when the trailer came out as well, and it's co-created by Ram Madhwani, who directed Neerja, and Sandeep Modi. It's streaming as a part of Hotstar specials on Hotstar. And it's a comeback vehicle for Shushmita Sen, who has been out of public eye for quite a long time. And it's basically Shushmita Sen, Chandrachud Singh, Jawahar Namit, Ankur Bhatia. All of these guys are a part of this show, and the plot of the show is kind of basic in the sense that there is this very rich family who are whose business is that of pharmaceuticals, but they basically operate a drug running business. So they grow opium and they mix that in the medicine, and they smuggle that. So shit goes down south, and so people die, and Sushmita Sen has to take the reins of a family. So it's basically Godfather in a very rustic setting. So this was basically what the show is about. And my initial thoughts about the show was this could have been so much better with better actors.
You started out like you have to watch this. This is brilliant and all that. And I got excited. You got me really excited for this. And I already was like, pata nahi, dekhenge.
Let me finish. So this would have been a much better show, an upper echelon of the great shows of this year, if the acting was better. However, the problem is that the acting is really, really, really grating. But the plot is so good, the pacing is so good, and the twists and turns are so captivating that you will keep plowing through despite the horrific acting at parts. There's a reason why Shushmita Sen and Chandrachud Singh have been out of the spotlight, because they cannot act. Jesus Christ, Chandrachud Singh, what the fuck is going on? My God, dude. I mean, it was so, his parts are really bad. And what is more egregious is people like Jayant Kriplani, these guys hamming it up, and the child actors too. They are nothing to write home about. I think these guys should just go back to the drawing board and start their acting classes and stuff like that. Apart from that, the plot, in fact, and the way the plot progresses is great. And I think the standout performer in this show, I think the only one who can hold his head up high, and I thought I will never say this in my life, is Sikandar Khair, who is fantastic in this fucking show. It's just brilliant. Arindam, your thoughts of Arya?
Yeah, before I start my thoughts about this show, I have very weird thoughts, and I would like to know what you guys think about, like, just the credits. There are 3 directors listed for each and every episode. Like, for Sacred Games, समझ में आता है कि Anurag Kashyap did the past and Vikramaditya did whatever was happening in the present. Also, did you guys know that this show was produced by Endemol Shine? Because within the span of 10 seconds, they show Endemol Shine 3 times. I don't understand, like, ho kya raha hai? Because
ending mein bhi dikhata hai Endemol Shine.
Yeah, Endemol Shine. I was like, I heard this name, I know this somewhere, but I don't know. So I went into a little deep dive. So Endemol Shine is apparently 2 companies, like it's a Dutch company, Endemol and something Shine. So they merged, they formed Endemol Shine, and they are the production crew behind MasterChef. So that is where I recall them from. Also, I was checking.
Most reality shows are produced by Endemol, because when I was in Ulala, so some of the people I used to work with from the Guwahati team, they were working with Endemol to produce some Guwahati Idol or some shit.
So after that, I saw that Disney had bought them. So this went up in Hotstar. So that is the reason why. Also, I saw because of COVID, this company was already sold. Like Disney had sold this company to some other company. And
wait. So it's not part of Disney.
It is right now, no, but the transfer is yet to happen, but it is paused because of the COVID.
But it doesn't
situation.
matter. The IP can still be with Disney, no? The show, if they made the show
that is up for grabs, because Disney owns Hotstar. Disney does not own Endemol anymore. So I was pretty sure that its second season nahi aane wala. So let's just go towards that. Then I noticed that the original show Penosa's remake in America is called Red Widow. Red Widow got cancelled after 1 season. So I was like more than 100% sure कि इसका नहीं आने वाला. And the way the three directors were listed, I'm not sure if like, you know, one was representing Hotstar, one was representing, so like none of them.
One was representing Disney.
Yeah, so this thing was a little jarring for me. Like this, not even the show. This is like the stuff that went around in my head. Ki like, ho kya raha hai? But it was so distracting that because I never saw credits quite like this ever in any show. Like they say that producers from a certain company कौन है? Like Hotstar का ये है, Endemol का ये है. It's just like a weird tangent that I've gone on, but I found this to be very not amusing, but it's a little weird for me. Coming to the show, I totally agree with Abhishek. The acting was all over the place. I mean, it has some of the worst child actors, and also it's maybe one of the worst adaptations. The way that it has been adapted is like so on the face, and something like this, I don't know if it happens. You know, that kid who lives in a hostel suddenly brings drugs. कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है कि I'm pretty sure this happened in like that Spanish show. That happened originally, but it wasn't done well here. And also they have this foreigner Jamai who has
Bhagavad Gita
in a lot of things.
That girl from the
Bhagavad Gita.
He's like the worst girlfriend to have. Like that dude. No, if I was that guy, I would have been scarred for life. The first time you meet him, that girl wants to like fuck you because you're famous. Then she wants to get you drugged. Then she comes to your house to rob you. Jesus Christ! Talk about people with baggage.
You know, but what I really liked was how the scenes transitioned, because it was Sushmita Sen going from one bad situation to the other, and that like यहाँ पे in business पे ये खत्म हो गया. She's solved this. She's going home and she sees her bodyguard pick up some random chick from the pool. बोले ये कौन है, इसको क्या हुआ? The drug.
That whole thing where you have one.
This thing was done well.
बवाल के बाद. I'll agree with you on that one. एक बवाल के बाद एक. Like there's no end to the troubles that this girl is.
The plot keeps you watching.
Yeah, it keeps you hooked. Yeah, like कुछ ना कुछ तो हो रहा है. Something is always happening. I think maybe in the 5th or 6th episode it comes to a grinding halt. I have no idea what they plan to do. क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. But then it picks up again for some reason.
Yeah, randomly it picks up again.
So it's this, okay? It's a good whodunit. You know by the middle who did it, but at the same time you are still hooked onto it because the motivations are not very clear.
Yeah. Why does Maya Sarao, rat out her husband to that guy suddenly in the end? It's just to wrap up the plot.
Dude, about fucking Maya Sarao, has she been good in anything that she's done? Yet she keeps getting work.
She is okay.
She was the worst part of the
I think ठीक है यार. Work everybody should get. Even if work everybody should get. I'm not going to say that they should not get work. COVID है, work सबको मिलना चाहिए.
काम मिलना चाहिए.
काम मिलना चाहिए.
But yeah, coming back, yeah, she is consistently bad in everything. She reminds me of these 90s में होते थे ना. Like you had in 90s, obviously growing up in that very patriarchal society where women were supposed to be a certain way, and if you smoked and drank and you had short hair, you were like you are always the bitch. She reminds me of those actresses who were cast that, and she is basically playing that in everything which she does. And it's so jarring because she's basically the same person everywhere, and her dialogue delivery is so stilted. Yeah, nothing she says comes across as something which a real person would say. And speaking of dialogue delivery. Remember that fucking poem?
Oh my God. That Bhagavad Gita wala, right? Like at first, this guy is actually a musician.
It's not
this guy, Alex Nell or something. I don't know his exact name.
They should have had Tom Holter's son, no? For that. That guy is a good actor here.
Yeah, but I think they wanted to send that this girl will be attracted to him.
It's also the weirdest sort of accents that you come across. First time you hear him, जब गाना गाता है like flawless, I was like, where is this coming from? Foreigner पूरा गाना गा रहा है, एकदम खतरनाक. Then he talks. It's like Hindi एक तरफ. It's like the typical American trying to speak Hindi. And then when he goes to studio, it's another one.
That's fine.
Very inconsistent.
It's
so cringy.
करता है, righty batting करता है, वैसा type का.
And why isn't the fact that she kissed him equally creepy? I found that to be very creepy.
But you know what I liked? He addressed it directly next scene में. बीवी को जाके बोला ये इसका.
He did. And the wife said, कोई बात नहीं, बच्चे करते ही हैं. मेरे को लगा
The best thing was the American's dad was like, "What the fuck?" Like you,
It's the American dad who is going like, you marry the family.
yeah. It's like role reversal इतना ज़्यादा.
मेरे को लगा that was something my dad would have said.
Very quickly, Arindam, yeah, tell me.
Yeah,
I
I'm
completely
just
forgot about this.
I'm just hoping the third week in a row Netflix original movie flop na ho, because I have very high hopes on Bulbul. It looks khatarnak and it's made by Clean Slate, which we love. So I'm just hoping they
We
make
love
it.
till now. That
Till
shit
now.
can change immediately. And obviously, next week, if we give Bulbul good reviews, then logo ko lagega ki we are giving paid reviews, or rather we are bearing the flag of nepotism.
We want to give paid reviews. That is our.
Exactly. We want to give paid reviews. So if you have any money, please pay us. Anyway,
The 6 people who are watching, they can pay us.
people who are watching, please pay us. 10 रुपए भी चलेगा यार, 60 रुपए का मैं तो सिगरेट आ जाए. Anyway,
तुमको
coming
पूरा
back,
60 रुपए नहीं मिल रहा है. हेलो, तुम्हें पूरा 60 रुपए नहीं मिल रहा है.
They are
ये
privileged.
divide हो रहा है.
हाँ, Netflix बिल तो आ ही जाएगा भाई. 20 रुपए का आता है Netflix बिल. Anyway, coming back to the things that we liked about this show, I'll start off with one very striking thing which I've not seen in any Indian TV show done this well, was this juxtaposition and the use of music. Because these are songs that we've grown up listening to in our households as well. And, even now my mom plays the same kind of music whenever she gets a chance. But the way it was used and how these songs play the central theme on who these characters were, good or bad, and that was something which I absolutely loved. That is something which really elevates the show, especially the song from what's this movie? Choti Bahu, I think. Bade Achhe Lagte Hain. That song actually elevates a lot of the scenes.
I know why you laughed, because you're from Delhi. Matlab, we have stayed in Delhi, and Radio Mirchi does this ad where they actually go, "Bade अच्छे लगते हैं." And they go, "Kya?" And it's, the pause is so wickedly just placed that "bade," the focus is on the word "bade," and you know what they are talking about. And it's just very pervy in that way. But obviously the the song is not about that. It's not supposed to be with a.
But in this scenario, it's perfectly used, and I kind of like the family dynamic which they had. Not everyone, but the small little family that they had, Sushmita Sen, Chandrajit Singh and his children had. That dynamic I really liked. It could have been elevated with great acting.
Yeah, I really like how the kids were involved as well in the crime that they were committing. Like everyone was involved. Pura family business. There was like no pretense ki, "Nahi, we will protect them from this." Like actively police se chupa raha tha cheez. These things were going on, which I really like. Again, they should have hired better actors for this one, especially since
hired better actors. Right. No, it's very token, right? The child actors are very token. One dumb, youngest kid, one rebel without a cause, and one emo. तीनों एकदम emo, मतलब to the T, where she's painting her room काला पूरा. But instead of like this,
also one of the dumbest sequences of all time. सिगरेट लेके जाता है बाहर, घर पे कुत्ता मार के गया, but you will go out for a smoke. Yeah. The guards also let them go. Then she inevitably gets kidnapped.
I mean, yeah, that was one of the points where you're like, man, these kids are dumb.
ये तो होना ही था.
And one thing I also like, and that there were so many plot points at one point, towards especially towards the end, but it was not convoluted. You knew everyone's intention. Everyone is trying to fuck someone over. You had Jawahar trying to fuck over Arya. You had uska baap दूसरा ही game खेल रहा है. You had the police officer trying nefarious means. It seemed very confused. Ram Madhvani is a good director. Let's not fuck around with that.
One of the good directors. One of the good directors. But I think he has huge issues with casting, because even Neerja has the same problem. Neerja also is a fantastic film, let down by a very average performance by Sonam Kapoor. And this also is the same. I was telling Munna Jazbati the other day.
But
someone like Meeta Vashisht would have been fantastic in this role.
Yeah, the thing is, now when it comes to it, I think they carry the whole mentality of the big screen thing, where they're thinking about attracting a lot of eyeballs on it, and probably footfall to the whole project by attaching names that have nostalgic values to them. Not Sonam Kapoor, obviously.
That doesn't matter in streaming world, because
that's what I'm saying. We are carrying this whole mentality of the big screen onto the OTT platform, right? Which obviously a lot of shows have come and shown that is not the case.
Not the case, sir.
The stars who have broken out of the whole the OTT platforms are stars that were not a big part of or known actors in the big screen or even small screen.
You know, it's legit great over here. The guy from the washing machine ads and LIC ads who plays the rich guy. What's his name? He was there last in Patal Lok as well. Played a similar role. Yeah, but that guy is like fantastic, man. You've been watching this guy since forever. And who knew just like, growing a mustache would give you that much charisma.
You know, whenever I see him, I think of an army officer. Like he would be perfect in the role of army officer. That's what I think whenever I see him.
And he plays that type of character to a T, because in Patalok also he was something similar. He was a business magnate. Even here he's a kind of a business magnate. So it's like perfectly so. Yeah, Manish Chaudhary.
So Manish Chaudhary is another stand-up, but he's not there for a long time. Manish Chaudhary is fantastic.
He needs one role. Like it's just he needs that one role.
That role was given to this. Really good at it. That role was given to Namit Das, who could have done so much, but he hams it at every possible chance. Namit Das character could have been so good.
कौन करता है यार ये सब चीज? Heart attack से मर जाएगा आदमी.
इतना ज़्यादा hammed up role मैंने नहीं देखा है. I forget who character.
There's one
I think he was acting for two people because the other guy, the guy who plays his brother, Shushmita Sen's brother, that guy doesn't act at all. He is just standing there, dude. उसका एक ही expression है. शादी में भी वही expression है, खुशी में भी वही expression है, arrest होता है वही expression है. And I think another fantastic actor who was very good in this was Khan, the guy who played the police officer.
What do you think about the tokenism over here? Like, did it feel like tokenism or what was it?
It goes nowhere. It's just there. वो लोग mention कर देते हैं these games.
It's like a Pixar movie कि Disney में बोलता है ना, this is your first LGBT character we have introduced.
But then the thing that it doesn't go anywhere. Do you think that's a bad thing or a good thing? And that's why the word is token, right? Token character, because it doesn't go anywhere. That plot is a side plot. It doesn't progress.
But there is one portion where they mention about that, where he talks, where his
mother, like
officer, insults him, saying that you're gay or something like that. Gives him a jibe.
I
don't know if you guys remember.
Also, his mother sends him photos and he's like cancelling.
There are 3-4 scenes. Every time he has interactions with his superior, they show that evident bias. Though it's shown in a way that, yeah, ठीक है मजाक में कर रहे, but it is very derogatory at the same time. But सबसे ज़्यादा जो था was the fact that when the brother he goes and says कि तुम्हारी माँ को तो पता नहीं है and all that, right? And आपको लेना पसंद है कि देना पसंद है? That actually strikes a chord.
What I really like, it's felt a bit weird is that they never resolve what happens to that side of his story. Like they never say what happens to, right?
They never do. I mean that's why it goes nowhere, right? It never progresses.
Yeah. And like I get it, you can just have characters. It's okay, like who are LGBT just to be included in the plot. But they introduce specific segments talking about his housing situation, about what's going on with his mom, but they never really say what happens next.
I think is that great. Maybe they shot it and 3 directors में 2 director ने veto कर दिया.
This just reminds me of the line from Patal Lok. Remember, तुम लोग liberal लोग को बस LGBT एक representation चाहिए, एक Muslim चाहिए, उतना में ही तुम लोग खुश हो. This was the exact same thing that came to me whenever
in this they rolled both of those characters into one.
Two in one.
And And to quote the guy from Patal Lok, I just hate you left liberal benchos. Because वही होता है. At the so let's talk about the ending. There is a reveal towards the end. We'll not spoil it for you. That who is the basic master of puppets pulling the strings, twisting their minds and smashing their dreams of going to New Zealand. So there is a master of the entire game who is all putting all the pawns in place. And I thought that reveal, especially with the entire mythological subtext that they were going for right from the end, right from the beginning, that was really cathartic. That was really well done. The song choices, if they would have got one proper singer, but song choice with Chutiya hi tha. But apart from that, I think it was done really well. And that is a fantastic payoff. And I thought the show also ended really well, because, it makes you want to have a second season. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that the second season is coming because of the production troubles that Arindam was talking about, or at least speculating about. So we don't really know whether the second season is going to come. But I thought it was pretty much a satisfying watch. I will not highly recommend it, but I will definitely would not, ask you not to watch it. It's a pretty good show.
It won't be a complete waste of time.
Yeah, it's not a complete waste of time.
See, my problem, actually the ending, while it's not a bad ending, somehow the problem with it, and hear me out on this one. The thing is that you are watching the plot lines as they progress, and you are figuring out the complexities to the whole thing. You actually figure out who did it before you actually before the reveal actually happens. I'm not talking about when the son actually figures out, right? And this is spoiler, by the way. It's not when the son figures out. I figured out way before that this is how it's probably going to end. And when it comes to who did it, this is who did it. But the only thing was why he did it. That was one of the things that needed to be answered. Okay, that was answered. While I cannot take away from the fact that it's an okay ending. It's not a bad ending in any way. But at the same time, it wasn't rewarding enough. Probably because I already knew who would have done it, just by simple logic of omission of who wouldn't have done it. And that, in that sense, for me, the payoff wasn't probably as great as it was for you. And that depends from person to person. Probably if you don't figure it out.
Who did it? Even I'm pretty sure when you had as well. I'm sure Arindam also must have figured it.
I think it's the adaptation, angle bit, because they wanted to. I haven't seen the original, but I'm guessing that they wanted it to be as close to the original. That's why the plot points, they hit the right spots, but something got lost in the middle. So that's why we felt that it wasn't certainly a curve. Like it has ups and downs. So I guess that's where it came to. I don't think this writing was the strongest suit on this one. Definitely not. There are some points that just didn't gel well with me. Maybe because they were referenced in the original show, they put it here. So because this is the problem that adaptations have. What happens on paper doesn't really translate well onto screen. We've seen the prime example of that being GOT. I'm calling G.R.R. Tolkien. So George R.R. Martin, so what he did, that he gave them an ending, but the characters had their own journey that took place during.
Fuck all of that. Put the plot of the last 3 seasons on paper. It works. If you read it, it works. But you put that on screen, it does not.
Yeah, exactly. So you needed to write for the characters that you already had. So maybe a bit of time tweaking it would have made it a tighter show. I think cutting it down by 2 episodes would be perfect.
Couple of episodes too long, because if it was a 6-episode show, it would have been perfect. Because, like you said, the show grinds to a halt when she gets the money from that old woman.
And half of the show is like traveling. They travel from point A to point B, point B to point C, and it keeps something keeps happening, and it's very repetitive that way.
That reminds me of the cringiest scene in the show, which was when Shushmita Sen does this to Sikandar Kher. Don't remember? After she gets the money and Aapne Panja Dikhao and all that, and she does it as if she would do as if she was talking to a
It would
young
have been an
kid.
outtake which they just left it in, dude.
I'm sure, but it was so out of place, you know. You're trying to show a strong woman taking charge of the whole operation of her own life and all that. And you see a woman who doing this. And you're like, you're just not convinced. You lose all credibility.
And speaking about the one last thing which I really liked, I liked some of the shots. Like it's shot pretty well. The cinematography and the color saturation levels and all.
I found it to be very uneven.
Yeah.
But there's one shot in which Sushmita Sen's face, like when her kid gets expelled and she's going down the stairs, she looks up at her son. The angle is shot from here. It's like this is her angle. And there's like a huge bit of wall behind. So it made no sense, like, you know.
Symmetry. That is a Sam Ismail choice.
I was like amazed by the stuff that they just left it in. They should have been cut in, like they should have used another angle or something. Because that was completely bad.
Shushmita Sen is also someone who's very busy, you know, posting Instagram stuff on Instagram.
Can I talk about one more cringy moment? When I saw it, like, Kyung, what was the director thinking? At one of the end confrontational scenes where she is going to that whatever that fort was. This is obviously shot in Jaipur, and she's going to probably one of those forts, and she comes riding that biped. I kept thinking, Steve Jobs kahan se aa gaya? What is?
I thought of chameleon here.
A Segway doesn't have that thing. Okay, the handle. Segway mein handle nahi hota.
But you thought of chameleon. None of you assholes thought of Gavin Belson.
Why would I think of Gavin Belson here? I'm not taking.
That's a very Gavin Belson power move.
Fine, but it's
not
roaming
around. आराम से गोल गोल घूम रहा था. I was like, what are they doing?
You know what I thought at that point when that happened? She could have done this from like episode 2, episode 3 ish. She could have done this. मतलब you have this sharpshooter जो कर सकता है, and तुम कर ही नहीं रहे हो.
There's a continuity thing that they solved that.
I know why they did it. They are like, let's establish this character first and then do it. But they could have done it in a more intelligent manner, is what I'm saying. It was so simplistic.
So our final thoughts of this show which is streaming now on Hotstar is it's fine. I mean, take care. It's not the best. It's definitely not the worst. You can do worse shows that you can watch right now, but it's definitely not a bad watch, especially in a lockdown. You can definitely go ahead and watch it. Arya on Hotstar. Do check it out if you watch it. Please let us know how you felt in the comment section, or you know how to get in touch with us. You can let us know.